In my 16 or more years of being a roller coaster enthusiast, Intamin have consistently been one of my favourite roller coaster manufacturers in that time, due to their innovations and their desire to always try something a little bit crazy. In this video, I'm breaking up the recent cycle of Blackpool Pleasure Beach only content on this channel and talking through my top 10 Intamin roller coasters. So a brief look at Intamin. They were founded in 1967 and since then have been providing a variety of attractions to amusement parks all over the world, including, but not limited to, roller coasters, thrill rides, water rides and transportation rides. Currently, the tallest roller coaster in the world, and in Europe, are two coasters built by Intamin. So let's wait no further. Here's my top 10 roller coasters manufactured by Intamin, and in 10th place it is King Dakar at Six Flags Great Adventure. King Dakar is currently the world's tallest roller coaster at 456 foot tall, and the trains launch riders to 128 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. Madness. The launch is an incredible experience. It just keeps going and going and going, and by the end of the launch it has taken your breath away just before it begins to head skywards at great speeds. I'd have loved to have come away from this roller coaster saying it was the best in the world, but it was let down by the roughness felt on the launch and by having over-the-head restraints. In the front row, the roughness is bearable. To be honest, it's hardly noticeable, but anywhere else, and the ride is very uncomfortable. I want to focus on the good though. The launch really is incredible in the front seat. The airtime is incredible in every seat, and the view as you crest the highest point is excellent too. A must-do roller coaster for any roller coaster enthusiast. In 9th place is Goliath at Wallaby Holland. Goliath is 153.7 foot tall with a top speed of 65.9 miles per hour. It opened at Wallaby Holland in 2002 when the park was operated by Six Flags. In terms of stats and statistics, this coaster doesn't jump off the webpage it's being researched on, but the ride experience more than proves that unimpressive stats doesn't mean it'll be an unimpressive roller coaster. Goliath's first drop is airtime filled, which is followed up with an impressive airtime hill before a 121-degree Stengel dive, and then a large turnaround taking guests close to a small lake and then into the amazing sequence of airtime hills that follow. In 8th place is Balder at Leesburg, one of 4 Intamin prefabricated wooden roller coasters. Balder is 118.1 foot tall with a top speed of 55.9 miles per hour. The highlight about this roller coaster for me is the relentless airtime and the near misses. From the first drop to the end, there's moments where, if you've got your arms up, you're quickly pulling them back down because you feel so close to the structure. The airtime is some of the best I've experienced on any roller coaster anywhere in the world. In 7th place is Red Force at Portaventura's Ferrariland. Red Force may have an unfortunate name and tagline, but with its launch taking riders from 0 to 111.9 miles per hour in 5 seconds, the name can easily be forgiven. Unlike King Dakar, Red Force is not an hydraulic launch coaster. Instead, it's a linear synchronous motor launch roller coaster. The high speed, the train design with lap bars only, and the airtime all add up to a great roller coaster experience. Unfortunately, just like King Dakar, it does come with a bit of roughness though, when seated anywhere behind the front row, which is why this roller coaster isn't higher in my top 10 Intamin roller coasters. Stand by for a controversial one. Sticking with Portaventura, it's Furious Baco in 6th place. Furious Baco uses a hydraulic launch to take riders from 0 to 83.9 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds, and wow, that launch feels so fast considering the design of the trains. Furious Baco is Intamin's only wing rider roller coaster, which isn't really a surprise because once you're off the launch the vibrations can become a little bit too much. That said, I really like this roller coaster. I do find the complaints of roughness are overstated. There's no doubting that there's vibrations, and as a result it can give you a bit of a bad head, but I always find it is more intense than rough. I do understand that I am in the minority with my enjoyment of Furious Baco, but without doubt this roller coaster is overhated and underappreciated. In 5th place is Stealth at Fort Park. Who'd have guessed it? Another launch coaster. Stealth is like King Dakar's baby brother at 205 foot tall, but so much more enjoyable, and that's an opinion I've stuck with since I first went on King Dakar. Stealth uses a hydraulic launch to take guests up to 80 miles per hour in 1.9 seconds. The acceleration on this thing is very, very intense, but very smooth. The top hat gives us riders a lot of airtime, as well as some great but short-lived views over Fort Park. Stealth is one of the best roller coasters in the UK, that's for sure. Just imagine if we'd have got the bigger one in Blackpool. Anyway, moving on. In 4th place is Tarrant at Phantasialand, missing out on the top 3 by a biscuit crumb. Tarrant is one of the finest roller coasters in the world, there's no doubt about it. Initially I had my doubts, but having been on it a lot since then, I have so much appreciation for this roller coaster. There's airtime, it's intense, it's an immersive experience, and that second launch is worth getting frostbite for on a cold January's day in the park. Tarrant uses an LSM launch exactly like Red Force does, but with a top speed of 72.7 miles per hour. In 3rd place is Hyperion at Energylandia in Poland. This is one of the most recent new roller coasters I have been on, and that was in September 2020. Hyperion is Europe's tallest chain lift roller coaster at 252.6 foot tall, but with a tallest drop height of 269 foot and a top speed of 88 miles per hour. The sheer scale of this roller coaster is unmistakable. It towers over the car park and the main entrance, so you really can't miss it. The airtime on this roller coaster is levels above what I was expecting, but absolutely terrifying at the same time. My backside was off the seat for the duration of this ride following the first drop. The airtime is just incredible. I did not expect this coaster to be as good as it was, but I'm happy to say it's one of my current favourites, and I'll be eager to get back on it at the soonest chance when the COVID restrictions are dropped. In 2nd place, it's Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. I knew I would like this roller coaster, but not as much as I do, and no matter how many times you go on this, there's something very daunting about it. Sitting in the front row on Top Thrill Dragster makes you understand the scale of this enormous roller coaster. Before it launches, you're informed that you must keep your arms down, but I needed little encouragement to do so on my first go.
Keep arms down, head back, and hold on.
The launch is incredible. It's so intense, so fast, and just a mind-blowing experience on its own, but it's followed up by an amazing top hat with amazing airtime as the train passes over the highest point. When it opened in 2003, Top Thrill Dragster smashed 2 significant roller coaster records, taking the title for the world's tallest roller coaster at 420 foot and the world's fastest roller coaster with a top speed of 120 miles per hour. Top Thrill Dragster uses a hydraulic launch system and launches riders from 0 to 120 miles per hour in 4 seconds. In 1st place is Maverick at Cedar Point. It has been my number 1 Intamin roller coaster for some time now and regularly ranks near the top of my overall top 10 roller coaster list. Out of all the launch roller coasters in this top 10, Maverick perhaps has the least impressive stats and looks the least impressive in videos. Maverick starts with a 105 foot tall LSM lift hill, which is swiftly followed by a 100 foot drop at 95 degrees, which is an incredible airtime moment. This is followed up with a succession of sharply banked transitions, airtime hills and inversions, as well as a second launch. I think this roller coaster ranks so highly for me because I expected absolutely nothing from it. I wasn't at all excited by it when Cedar Point announced it in 2006, and after riding on Cheetah Hunt at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay in 2017, I expected Maverick to be a lot like that, but with a second launch. So that is my top 10 Intamin roller coasters out of the 24 I've been on altogether. In 2021, I hope to be able to add more Intamin roller coasters to my coaster count. What's your favourite Intamin roller coaster, and are they your favourite roller coaster manufacturer? I hope you have enjoyed this video here on Pleasure Beach Experience. If you have, please give it a like. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.